Yes, I think the answer to that question is yes. I think InZoi is the next big life simulator game that is going to be hitting our screens. I've played it, and this is going to be a Jump Inside episode of things that you'll experience when jumping onto this game. And there's features. There's a lot of cool features that I think that make this game really good. And the fact that it's in early access mode means this can only get better. So without no further ado, let's check this game out. So let's start off by checking out the character customization menu. This is the area where after you start off the game, you'll be able to design and create your own character. And I was very impressed when I saw this. One of the main key features that I really liked was how much detail you could actually design inside the character. First off, removing all the hair details so I could have a fresh kind of face to sculptor to design it how I liked. I was surprised how much detail you could actually put into this. There are two things at the bottom here. There are like basic editing and more detailed editing, and you can kind of switch between them to kind of get the best looking face that you personally want to create for your characters. And I think it's excellent. Like, you can move just slight different parts of their face, so you can like edit just the chin, just little different areas of the chin, and kind of just work with that. And I just think that's great. You didn't have to put that much detail in, but I'm so glad you did, because that just makes everything feel so much more fun and creative, and to kind of be able to create literally anything you want. I mean, it even went into depth by letting you add or remove freckles or scars to your character. So you've got all that type of detail. If you want a few freckles, yeah, add them in. You want to remove the scarring off your default created character, or maybe you want to add scarring, you can do that as well. There's so much stuff that you can do to this character. And then checking out the hair, if you actually look at the hair itself, they've done a creative thing where they've made every little strand into its like own hair thing, which is really cool, because that makes everything so much more awesome. The fact that you can see pretty much every single strand on the hair or the beard, it just makes it feel a little bit more real. Now, you can change different things like the character's body shape and all that kind of stuff, and then also change the outfit. I'm not going to cover all that, but what I am going to cover is this new Generator AI texture tool that you get to create your own styled outfits with. All you have to do is select the outfit, then go to Generator AI texture area, and then type in what type of design you want. Once you've got a design in mind, then click on create, and it will start creating that design that it thinks that you would like. Once complete, it will give you that design, and then you'll be able to wear it inside the game, and it's awesome. One thing I will mention, it doesn't do logos or any copyrighted material, so you can't just create the BBC logo t-shirt design and have a BBC logo thing. That's not a thing you can do. You probably have to upload your own image for that, but you can't use the game AI generator. It doesn't use copyrighted material, and yes, they've had stated it on Twitter. I also wanted to check out the children to see how much creativity they had, and the children, just like the adults, had a lot of creativity that you can create inside this game. Now, there are certain limitations inside this game. I mean, like, there's a lot of different creative options, but there are minor limitations. Like, for example, you can't run around dressing up in your Cider Panda costume. That is something that you can't do inside this game. But you know what? This is in early access. Maybe they'll add more creative on top of what they've already got inside this game already. I mean, it's wild, but like a lot of the stuff that I think they could improve on, a lot of it is just inside this character creation zone, where I'm like, just add more stuff in. I mean, a lot of this game is really cool. So I'm just gonna say, create the character of your dream, create the family of your dream, and all that kind of stuff, and then just live it. Why not? Let's move on to the next area. And the next area is picking where to live. You've got Do 1, Kachingu, and Bliss Bay. We're going to pick Bliss Bay for this one. and I'll show you some stuff that you can check out inside this city. Now, I'm not fully aware, but what it looks like to me is that these blue bouncing up and down icons that you can see flashing, these are places that you can live. And then you've kind of got these blue circular already placed down icons. These look more like apartments that you can also live in, from what I'm aware of. You've also got these purple icons, which I'll go into a bit more information later. These are places that you can work at. And then you've also got these green icons, and these green icons are like little tourist spots that people can visit at. And you can work at some of these green spots, but not all of them. So there you go. Right, we'll move on to the next section. And in the next section, we're going to learn how to build a house. This, by the way, that's popping up on the map. This is what always happens. So the moment you get into the game, you'll have this how-to guide, which teaches you everything to do and you can do inside the game. It's also got a little money cheat on the bottom left-hand side, which is what we're going to use to gain a bit of cash. This should be helpful for us building our house. You don't have to do this. You can just earn money and, you know, play the game normally, but you can press that button if you would like to. Now, moving on to the actual house building. Like I said, I'm not very good at building houses, but this game really does a good job at helping you out. On the left here, you've got different house kind of things you can actually place down on this particular lot. I'm going to pick the most expensive one because I've got the money for it, and I can place that down, and it will generate a house in this area. And what I do like is the fact that you don't have to stick with the most expensive one. You can just pick any of those 5 houses. Personally, I just like the look of this one, to be completely fair with you, when I was looking on the side there. One of the things that I wanted to do was test out how to place objects down, so I tested out by adding in some furniture, and it's got some really nice details that you can do, like moving it exactly where you want it, twisting it around to the exact position that you want the angle to be at. It's really nice just to have those features. And if I was going to build a house and I was going to use all the tools they offered me, it would take me a long time, but I'd eventually come up with something. But they do provide you tools like walls like this, so you can actually place them down per little tiny square that they've got going on this map, and that's kind of how you would build a house or something. And it's really nice just to have those features. There's a few building things missing, like expanding an already built building that's not quite in the game just yet. I think that would help. So like if you built a building, you could just expand a wall, then it would just expand that whole room. That would be a cool feature to add in. But apart from that, this game is pretty good. Now, to play this game, you play as one of these characters, these Zois, and these characters, you control them by using your WASD. That is a main feature inside this game. So as much as you can just let the characters wander off and do what they like, you also got that ability to completely control them by moving them around wherever you would like them to move to. One of the fun key features inside this game is by clicking on the characters and making them do stuff by clicking on an action for them to do. Another awesome feature that I love about this game is buying your own car. I'll go into this a bit more in just a second, but you can literally click on a car and you can have a car parked out on the street that you can drive at any point inside this game, which is really nice. Now, the only thing that annoyed me was you couldn't actually park this car inside a garage. You've only got access to having this car out on the side of the street, which is a little bit annoying because I put that on the driveway if I could, but at this current point inside the game, you can't move it. Another key feature that I actually forgot to mention was being able to click on objects and be able to do stuff to them. So, for example, if I clicked on the fridge, I can actually click to make food. That is an option I can do. That's how you make them do things. And then, obviously, by the way, you can also cook on this game, and there is a whole menu worth of stuff. The more you cook, the more you level up. As you can see above this character's head, there is a circle icon. The more he cooks, the more he levels up. You can see that circle icon going around now. Now, another thing I wanted to touch upon was these jobs that you can do. Now, I've opened up the phone, and I've clicked on the career icon, and basically, there are loads of these different jobs that you can apply to. And one thing that I like about this game is they've got active jobs and they've got rabbit hole jobs. Now, if you don't know the difference between them, rabbit hole jobs is where you send them off somewhere to work at and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got these active jobs. Now, I don't know every single active job in the game, but I know certain icons are active jobs. So I had to do some research just to double check which job I wanted this character to do, because I wanted to work an active job. And an active job is where you actually play as the character when you go to that location. So I'll do a scenario right now. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to send the kid to school, and we're going to send this character to work. And we're also going to do it manually, because they let you drive manually inside this game. You can actually go into the menu screen and actually change this to manual driving, so you can control the car and make it go wherever it wants to go. So what we'll do, we'll play as the kid now, and we'll get the kid inside the car quickly, and then we'll time to get into one of the passenger seats behind the driver, or in the passenger seat that's not behind the driver. It doesn't matter which one, just put him in one of them. And then we'll drive him down the road, and then we'll go and pull up here on the right. I'm actually controlling the car right now. This isn't automatic. This is me controlling it. And then we'll drop the kid off here at the school. And then we'll continue using the car to get to work ourselves, because we've accepted a job at a furniture store. And yes, you can just park it up wherever you would like to, but the car will disappear. And when the car disappears, it will go back to its original spot back at home. You can just equip it wherever you want to equip it, but just letting you know that if you can't see the car, it's because it will re-auto spawn back at home when no one's driving it. And now what we'll do, we'll dress into formal wear and we'll go inside the store on our first day of work. When you're actually starting your day at work, you'll have a tasks bar at the top left. It might not appear straight away, it'll only appear after a while, after the job's really started, so it kind of gives you an hour to actually get there, then it will start giving you your tasks. And you'll have different tasks to do, like in this particular place, you have to watch the counter for 30 minutes. You can water the plants in the morning, all that kind of stuff. These are things that are little job requirements for your day-to-day activity. You'll have morning tasks that you'll have to complete, and you'll also have afternoon tasks later to complete in the afternoon, of course. And then you also have this lovely little career icon once you've got your job that you can actually check out. This is kind of like your job app task area that you can actually monitor your job progress in. And as you can see, there's also a current position icon that the more work you do, the more tasks you complete, the more that bar actually goes up. So you can keep an eye on how much you have to do until you actually get a promotion. Overall, that's InZoi. I really enjoyed it, and that's some of the stuff that you can do within the introduction of this game. And again, whether you got the game or whether you're thinking about getting the game, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys in another Jump Inside video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.